I want to bring in financial journalist and host of the Drill Down podcast, Cory Johnson. Cory, thanks for being here. We certainly can relate to that woman who said, $100 to fill up my car right now? I mean, it's so expensive. So we're at the highest level we've seen in 6 years with the oil price benchmark. Walk through some of the factors that are contributing to these high prices.
Yeah, believe me, I can relate, because here in San Francisco, where I am, we're talking about, as you heard, California, $4.30. She was talking about $2 gasoline. I wish. But I think there's a lot of factors. In that great report you just saw, there was a conversation about, is it going to keep people at home? We've been at home. We've been at home for about a year and a half. No one wants to be at home anymore. People are getting out for the first time. So we see interesting demand and a different kind of demand for gasoline. And we see it for other things coming out of the refineries and the oil industry in particular. They're not seeing a big return of business travel. So jet fuel sales are not as high. But individual travel is through the roof, and I think it's also reflected in the demand we see for gasoline. Refineries, as you heard, are really operating at sort of peak efficiency right now. They're also taking a lot of profit. I'm going to take you not too deep into the oil and gas business, but I'm going to give you a new phrase here: crack spread. The crack spread is the oil and gas industry's term for the difference in the price of the barrel of oil and the distillates they get out of that. And right now, crack spreads are at an extraordinarily high rate, about 50 cents per gallon, which is to say that the refineries, by having a large crack spread, are taking a lot of profits right now. So the oil and gas companies, the oil and gas refiners in particular, are making a lot of money. When you see those high prices at the pump, know that those profits are going to the refiners like never before.
The crack spread. All right. Well, and Cory, this sounds like it's just a logistical nightmare to get the supply where it needs to be. But one question that we often get asked is, why is it so high in one area and it's a deal in another? What's the difference?
Well, it's really interesting. So in different parts of the country, there are actually different blends of gasoline. And there are times when the refineries go down to shift, even seasonally. Why? To keep down pollution. So we see this really big change going on, in particular in California. We've got a different kind of gasoline in Northern California than they have in Southern California. Those prices are high because the supplies are limited and those changes are more expensive. There's also different taxes in different parts of the country, and that's an important thing going on. But I think also, one of the really big things that's going on right now is the meetings that are happening in Switzerland right now, and in Vienna, I should say, regarding OPEC and OPEC's decisions about how much oil to pump out of the ground right now. You have some reports saying that the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, has a different view as it relates to the future of the oil industry. They are afraid that as we move towards electric vehicles, as all the great car makers, whether it's Ford or Audi, and yes, Tesla and other companies making electric vehicles, moving away from oil-consuming vehicles, that maybe there won't be a place for fossil fuels in the not too distant future. The UAE wants to get all that oil out of the ground and sell it while there are still buyers out there. That, of course, would lower the cost of gasoline for the next few years. But it really suggests there's a big change in thinking underway all over the world, including in those oil-producing states to which there's no other comparison anywhere else in the world.
A lot of layers to this issue, impacts all of us, and it sounds like it'll get a little worse before it gets better. Cory Johnson, thanks for your time.